And share. Well, good. Okay, good. All right, so what I have is the Harper system, the Running Mechanics Mastery Program. It's a 4-week online youth speed program. All right, so what is kind of the Harper system? The Harper system, the key that unlocks speed is actually running properly. And it's only available through my Harper system Running Mechanics Mastery Program that I developed over the last 15 years, okay? So tonight I'm going to tell you 3 secrets about it really quick, and 3 secrets about online training and the Harper system. And let's see if this works out for you. All right, so first of all, secret number 1 is online training accelerates results, okay? And how does it do that? So you might be tired, you may have tried some drills online that may have worked or may not have worked, or maybe you like lost money on an online program that you or your child hasn't even opened, right? Or you might not know if online training is right for you because you didn't have the support you needed. You probably just got videos with no coach to guide you. And what you really need is feedback and expert guidance to actually supplement those videos, right? So here's how online programs actually work. Online programs work for you because they allow for a deeper amount of learning. So you get unlimited repeats of the information. You always have a reference. You get to shorten the time from learning to mastery, okay? Because you have those videos, you can always go back and repeat them. You always have something that shows you what's going on instead of having to wait from week to week to meet with your coach, all right? And then that helps you shorten the time from learning to actually mastering what you got going on here, okay? So online training, in that sense, it speeds up the process about 5x, all right? How many want to go 5x faster, right? So here's a mother that her name is Renee. She had no experience in running or even coaching, but with this online program that I gave her, her daughter dropped 6 seconds in only 2 weeks. So she was able to get faster by 6 seconds in just 2 weeks. And this mom had no experience in running. She had never ran before. She had never had any coaching experience, but she was able to do it with her daughter in 6 weeks, right? So as we went off, we talked about outside, we talked about there's 4 mistakes that your kids are making that's keeping them from running faster. But there's also 4 ingredients of speed, and those ingredients are mechanics, and we went over those 4 things. We went over that. The next thing is power, then acceleration, and then maintenance, okay? Of those 4 mistakes, we have to start with the basics though. So we're gonna master the basics first. So we're gonna master the 4 mistakes: the knee drive, arm swing, body position, foot placement. Now we went over some of those things outside, but there's more to that, but those are the basics. Those things that I just taught you were things that'll get you started, okay? All right, moving on to secret number 2. Conditions or prior injury actually benefit from these running programs, for this running program. All right, so you might have had, or your youth athlete might have been in a cookie cutter program where you get drills from coaches that may not always be the correct drill for your youth athlete. And that may be the exact reason why they're not working. So, because here's the reality. All athletes are built different, right? Some are flat-footed, some are bow-legged, some had prior injuries, some are toe walkers. I know my son, he's a toe walker, right? But each one of these conditions needs specific drills to correct the issue. So the reality is your child just needs drills that train them to run properly despite the condition or prior injury. So here's an example. My wife, Rachel, she had surgery in high school as a junior, and that caused her to miss her entire season as her junior season. And on top of that, she's actually flat-footed, right? But after surgery and recovery, she resumed her training. She reached out to a college coach. The coach came to see her run, and she was offered a Division I track and field scholarship. And that's with having a prior injury and flat feet. And as a side note, Usain Bolt, probably the fastest man in the world, probably still is the fastest man in the world. He's not competing anymore, but he's actually flat-footed, all right? So if you have any of those conditions, flat-footed, anything like that, you don't have to worry. This stuff is going to actually benefit. You're actually going to benefit from doing stuff like this, okay? And in fact, some of the things that I do, some of the doctors prescribe their physical therapy patients to do these same things that have these same issues, all right? So let's move on to secret number 3. Secret number 3 is it only takes about 15 minutes to see results, all right? So what do I mean by that? So I always tell you guys about the 15-minute rule, right? So the 15-minute rule means with all the schedules that you have, you got school, you got work, you got practice, you got games. You may think it's hard to find time to do any type of extra training, but actually it only takes about 15 minutes 3 times a week to see results in about 30 days or less. Like you see, Renee, she was able to do it in 2 weeks, so that's like 14 days, right? But some coaches, they want to train your athlete for 2 to 3 hours, and that can lead to overtraining and burnout. So more is not always better in that case. So I always go by the 15-minute rule. So what is the 15-minute rule? It means if you work 15 extra minutes 3 times per week on a consistent basis, that actually is going to compound. And here's how that breaks down. Sorry. 1 week, you got 45 extra minutes. If you do it over a month, you got 180 extra minutes. And if you take that and do that over 12 months, you got 2,160 extra minutes. So you're going to be 2,160 minutes better than everyone else, right? So how's that for a number, right? So just 45 extra minutes a week. That's 15 minutes 3 times a week. And you literally can do this. And literally, guys, in 30 days or less, you guys can do that. So give you an example. My own daughter, Chloe, she just in 15 minutes, 3 times a week, we took her from being just starting track and field. She just started probably about April of this year. And 6 weeks later, she was number 2 in the nation in her long jump. Why? Because we did the 15-minute rule. And plus she had a coach that knows what he's doing too. So that helped a lot. But she got a lot faster because from where she was starting at on her long jump till she got to where she's supposed to actually jump from, she was at 39 feet. We had to move her back to 51 feet because she had gotten that much faster. She was reaching the board way before she was ready to jump. So we had to move her back to 51 feet. So that's a sign of actually getting faster. And if you want to look at someone who's older, I have another girl, when I was a head coach at one of the high schools here in Georgia, she actually set a county record and she ranked among the nation's best in long jump because she went from 12.2 seconds in the 100-meter dash to 11.88 in the 100-meter dash. And that was what got her to be able to run and jump this far because she was so fast, right? And from that, she got offers from University of Georgia, University of Virginia, Hampton University, Kennesaw State, Troy University, and then she actually also got a scholarship from Coastal Carolina. And we were talking to a couple of other people like Florida State and University of Georgia. But she set a county record and she ended up being number 10 in the country after that. All right. So let me ask you a question. Do you think training like your athlete got earlier would work for them if they were to continue to work with me? And you can just type yes or no in the chat. Just let me know. Just ask me, do you think that training like this and everything that I told you, you think that would work for your youth athlete? And I know you guys are on a delay, so I know it takes a little while. So if I'm quiet for a minute here, I'm just waiting for you to respond here in the chat. But do you think that training like this would help your athlete? Lots of people say yes. Lots of people say yes. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Okay. Now, one last question. Can I get about 10 more minutes? Just 10 more minutes to go over a special offer for you guys that can help you take you from where you are to running faster, running properly, and running faster. Just 10 more minutes. Is that okay? Just 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes to talk to the parents. Hey, like, you guys are, again, you guys are on a delay. It's just to talk to your parents. Okay. So listen. Here's what I have for you guys. You're gonna be really excited. You're gonna be really excited about this one. All right. So here's what I have. I have the Harper System Running Mechanics Mastery Program. Okay. Give me about 10 minutes to talk about this program right here. Okay. Now, when your youth athletes work with me and then work with me inside of this system, they're going to be able to run faster. They're going to be able to jump higher. They're going to improve their performance. We're going to get rid of slower times. We're going to get rid of being the slowest on the team, and we're going to get rid of mediocre performances. All right. So in this program, they're going to learn proper stretching techniques. They're going to learn proper running mechanics. They're going to learn how to utilize their speed to have an advantage in their sport. They're also going to learn nutrition for peak performance and health, the elite athlete mindset, and of course, life principles. I always talk about life principles in this thing, okay? So that means your problem that you're having now is absolutely solved. You no longer have to figure out what drills that what your athlete's going to have, what drills your athlete's going to need to do. You no longer need to worry about how you're going to fit extra training into your schedule. You're also no longer going to have to worry about your athletes, if your athlete's condition will affect their sports career, and you're no longer going to have to worry about giving them the correct advice, because I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to put everything together in a nice package, and I'm going to take care of all of that for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And because I do that, you're going to save a lot of time, and you're going to save a lot of money. Because when you use this system, you're going to save a huge amount of time researching the drills, to fix how your athlete runs, because I'm going to do that for you. I spent the last 15 years developing this, so you don't have to try to figure it out. All right, teaching your athlete how to run properly is the prerequisite to playing any sport, because you have to run to play any sport, right? Or most sports. I can't say any sport, because unless swimming, right? You don't have to run in swimming. But most sports that you play, most sports nowadays, the prerequisite to play in a sport is running, right? So to play any sport, and investing in them now will save you from having to invest in their college education later, because they're going to be able to run faster. Once they start running faster, it's going to be a trickle effect. The coach is going to notice them. They're probably going to get a lot more playing time. They're going to be faster than everybody else that's on the field or the court or the track. And then they're going to get noticed, and then they're going to get picked up to go to school with a scholarship. All right. So let me ask you another question really quick. Would you like to spend a few dollars now, or you want to spend $400,000 later on an education? I'm a parent, and I definitely would love to spend a couple of $100, couple $1,000 now, instead of having to pay $400,000 for an education for my daughter or my sons, or having to have them go get loans that's going to start them in life with debt, right? We don't want them to do that, right? I've been down that road, don't want to go down that road anymore. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get lifetime access to the Harper System Running Mechanics Mastery Program. It's valued over $997, right? So let's talk about that. So in the Harper System, you're going to get the Harper Method Framework. So what is the difference between the Harper System? The Harper System is everything combined. The Harper Method is the framework that we use to teach you how to run properly. Once you learn how to run properly, you're going to start running faster. So Harper Method Framework is H, hammer the arms, A, arc the foot, R, reach the toes, P, punch the knee, E, elevate the torso, and R, rotate the legs, okay? So inside the Harper System, you're going to get some video modules, all right? There's going to be 5 modules. It's actually going to be like 7. A couple of them at the beginning is to get you warmed up, get you started. But these are the main modules. You got the hammer the arms module 1, where you're going to learn how to learn the proper arm swing. All right. 2, you're going to learn how to position the foot properly for running. Module 3, you're going to learn how to strike the ground to improve stride and speed. Module 4, you're going to learn how to use power when driving the knee to increase your stride. Module 5 is actually module 5. You're gonna learn how to properly position the body for effective running. And then module 6, supposed to be module 6 there, is rotate the legs, and you're learning how to rotate the legs efficiently so that you don't waste movements, okay? All right. So, meet Coach Jeremy. Coach Jeremy had 4 kids drop between 1.5 to 4 seconds in just 3 weeks, just using the program that we talked about. So I'm gonna let you hear from him here for just a second. I think it's about a minute here that he's talking. So listen in to Coach Jeremy as he talks about the program.
And talk about Coach Harper. I was struggling to get a couple of my kids to start dropping some times. Caught him on TikTok and started talking to him when he was on the live, when he was working with his daughter. I said, hey, go download my ebook, give me some ideas, help me out. 4 of my 400 runners, 3 boys, 1 girl, have started to drop times. And when I mean drop times, I'm talking like seconds. One went from a 1:02 to a 1 minute. One went from a 54 to 53 and a half. One went from a 59 to a 55. The other one went from a 1:02 to a 59. So I just want to shout out to Coach Harper. His ebook does work. His stuff does work. So I want to thank him, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the season goes. So again, I want to just thank him and I appreciate everything he's done.
All right, Coach Jeremy, thank you. All right. So as you can hear from him, a satisfied client here who did have a lot of time dropped off the kids' time, just using the program that I had. All right. So let's talk about who this works for. This works for people who are in track and field, football, soccer, lacrosse, basketball, pretty much any sport that you have to run. All right. And here's why some people still don't start, because they think that they have to actually be the coach. And the truth is, you don't have to be a coach or have to coach at all, because this program was created with the parent in mind. So we've had people who, like I said, we had people who don't know anything about the sport. They had their athlete run properly and get faster in just 2 weeks. So you don't have to do any of this heavy lifting. Why? Because I'm going to give you 4 live training sessions via Zoom valued at $1,600. So that means if I sold this to you by itself, it'd be $1,600 for 4 live trainings via Zoom. All right. So let's talk about that. So in those live Zoom sessions, they're going to be about 30 to 45 minutes. I'm going to address any individual questions or concerns. Okay. Any individual questions or concerns. So there's a support tab inside of the program where you click on it and you can fill out the form there. And then on the live, when I meet with you live on the Zoom, I'm going to address those before we actually get started, okay? And then I can help you. You're also going to get drill work, okay? Some of the stuff that we did outside, and get some of that. Then we're going to work on form running, all right? And then we're going to have some cool down period time for you in there as well. So again, in the Zoom sessions, we're going to make sure we address concerns and make sure they're doing the drills correctly. And we're going to fix any of those running forward problems, any questions that you have. If you're doing something right, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Right. So I'm going to talk about that. Then we're going to walk through the specific drills together so to ensure that you're learning properly. All right. Make sure the kids are learning. Right. Then we're going to practice running the correct form over a short distance. So you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to leave the backyard. All right. You don't have to leave the front yard. You don't have to go into a huge field. Although if you want to go in a huge field, that will work for you as well. And then we're going to go to cool down to help prevent injuries and nurture any with past injuries and to strengthen and loosen your hip flexors. All right. So here's the results. Using those same things that I was talking to you about, I had a guy here who said he has a high school lacrosse player who needed to improve his speed. The tips that we did in there had made a difference. All right. So we get lots and lots and lots of results. So again, who does this work for? Those same people. Football, basketball, soccer, lacrosse, all those people. Now, you're probably thinking this, guys are probably thinking, are these session times flexible? Are these session times flexible? Well, let's take a look at it. So our session times are typically on Thursdays, and we usually go from 5:30 Eastern time, and we do 8:30 Eastern time. All right. So I put the time conversions here. So if you're in a central time zone, it'll be 4:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. All right. If you're in the mountain time, that's 3:30 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. If you're in Pacific, it'll be 2:30 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. So does that mean I'm going to come on, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8? Does that mean I'm going to come on 8 times? No, it means I'm going to come on 2 times, right? I'm only going to come on 2 times at 5:30 Eastern and at 8:30 Eastern. So I just did the time conversions for you so you can see what time I'll be on. So this works, this helps for anybody in pretty much any time zone. All right. So if you're on Eastern time zone, you can do the 5:30 session or you can do the 8:30 session. If you're in the Central time zone, my 5:30 session is your 4:30 session, right? Or you can do the 7:30 session. My 8:30 session is your 7:30 session, and so forth and so on. Mountain time, my 5:30 is your 3:30 session. And you'll probably end up, most of you in the mountain time will probably end up on the 6:30 session, my 8:30 session. And if you're in the Pacific, you probably end up on the 5:30 session again, which is my 8:30 session. All right. So we got a session to cover pretty much everybody across all time zones. So there's 2 session times. So of course we can help with the people who are on the West Coast. All right. Love my West Coast people. All right. But after this, after getting those 2 things, some people still don't start. Here's why some people still don't start. Most people think that they don't have much time to fit in training with their current schedules, right? Like I said before, actually, you only need about 15 to 20 minutes a few times a week. And remember that 15-minute rule that I talked about and how Chloe became a champion in her first year of running? So with this program, you won't have to worry about any of that time because I'm going to throw in the 30-day speed accelerator program on top of that. All right. I'm going to throw in that speed accelerator after that. Okay. So let's talk about the speed accelerator. So in that speed accelerator, there's going to be 4 speed workouts per week. And we're going to skip that Thursday or that Wednesday workout because you're going to be doing a live workout with me on those days. Now, out of this speed accelerator, I want you to do at least 2 to 3 of those, but at least 2 of those workouts, because on that Thursday, you're actually going to get that live workout with me. That's going to be your third time. That's going to be your third time. But if you want to do more, you can do more. But this is going to help you over the next 30 days get that speed up. All right, while you're learning how to run properly, right? So you're going to get 4 speed workouts per week. It's going to be links to your drills in there and the speed tracker. Now this works hand in hand with the lifetime access to the Harper system. All right. So the workouts focus on the speed and works hand in hand with the Harper system. Just like I said, you got to hit short, powerful workouts. You're going to links to the drills for proper running and speed. All right. Then you're going to get that speed tracker to track progress. And that's going to be a way for me to actually look into your athlete's progress. Now, I have a unique way of getting results. And that way I get results is that I make sure that I check in on you guys and make sure that everybody stays accountable to doing what they're doing, because you cannot get faster if you're not doing the work. So what I like to do is make sure that I'm present always to make sure that your youth athletes doing the work, so you don't have to do it. All right. Okay, here's some good results here. Joe, the ACO, he says this about the program. Bro, your program is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. All right. So again, results. People love the program and it's good. All right. So do you know that after all of that, some people still don't want to start? And here's why some people still want to start: because they think that their athlete has had prior injuries or had a condition that it won't help them. Or they wonder if it'll help, and wonder if they'll help them at all. Again, these drills work for any of those gait issues and other conditions. Like I said, my wife had foot surgery and she's flat-footed and she still earned a Division I scholarship, right? And if she had me as her coach, she probably went D1 plus. But with this program, you're not going to have to worry about any of those prior injuries or any of those conditions. Why? Because I'm going to throw in the Injury Prevention Essentials Video Drill Pack. That's $150 value. So this program is coming along pretty good. We got a lot of good things going on here, all right? All right, so let's talk about that. The Injury Prevention Essential Video Drill Pack. We went over some of those things outside. So you're going to get injury prevention drills and guided video instruction. So these drills in the pack is going to be good for your hip flexor strength. They're going to be good for mobility and for flexibility. All the things that are essential to actually running faster and actually preventing injury, right? So they not only prevent injury, they're actually giving you flexibility and mobility. Those are things you need for speed, all right? So again, you're probably thinking, my athlete just started a sport. I don't know if that's still good. Maybe I might do a little bit later because my athlete just started track or they just started basketball. It's basketball season now. Somebody might just started basketball. You don't have to worry about that because this program is still good for that. And why is it still good? It's good for in season and out of season. First thing about it is it won't make them overly tired to go to practice, or it won't make them exhausted after practice, okay? Just like we went outside, those were pretty low impact things. Everything's gonna be between 5 and 7 yards, and it's actually good for in-season training, all right? Because it actually helps your athlete perform at their peak. It's gonna help them peak at the right time when they need it the most. See, most people, they stop their training during the season because they think, oh, we trained for the season, all right? There's two different types of training. There's out-of-season training that trains you to get ready for the season, and then there's in-season training that keeps you going through the season, that keeps your muscles firing at peak level, because most people got the misconception that practice is training. Practice is not training. Practice is practice. Training is training, right? There's two distinct differences there, okay? There's things that you do in training that you don't do in practice, right? So what this does is works on that, it continuously, constantly works on the form, that their running form. So they're continuously drilling it. Because obviously we can't just drill it one time and think we're gonna get it, right? You need more and more practice, all right? So this is still good for in and out of season. So it doesn't matter if you just started a sport, it doesn't matter if you're in the middle of a sports season or even at the end of the sports season, you still need it, right? It's still gonna help you, right? As a matter of fact, I was just watching on ESPN, was it Jalen Hurts, the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles? He literally lifts weights the day of the game. And then after the game, he goes in and does a weight session. Why? Because he said it fires up his muscles. It helps him perform at peak level. And so if a professional is doing it, why are we not doing it? Why are we not doing it on the lower levels, right? Okay. Do you know that after all of this, some people still don't start? Some people, most people don't have a full program that helps their athlete get individual instruction, quick training, that doesn't take a lot of time, and a guide to help them every step of the way. So the parent doesn't have to figure it out. But as a parent, you don't have to worry about this, because with this program, I'm also going to throw in all of this. This is the entire program. But I got a little bit more for you, okay? I got a little bit more for you. Some people also think that they're alone when it comes to an online program. And most programs just give you videos and a manual. But you won't have to worry about that at all, because you're going to also get 24/7 email support. So you're going to get support at your fingertips whenever you need it. So whenever you need it, there's a support tab. Click the support tab, fill out the paperwork, and I'll send you an email back. And I also have another special bonus for you, and I'm going to tell you about that in just a second. But I'm throwing that in as well. That's a $500 value, okay? But I got more for you, okay? I got more for you. You're also going to get another free bonus, the Elite Foot Hurdle Mastery Video Pack. That's designed to increase your stride efficiency and agility, okay? All right? So I'm going to throw that in there as well. So you're going to get that. That's another $150 value. All right? But I'm not done yet. You'll get one more free bonus, and that's the nutrition guide. The key to performing better is the fuel that you put in your body. So I'm going to give you nutrition plans that help the body function at a high level. Now, it's a nutrition guide. I always consult your physician before you start a new diet. Got to say that, disclaimer. But it is a guide to help you put the right things, help your youth athlete put the right things in their body so they can perform at a high level, because it's not always about, how the mechanics is how you feel your body. So the whole package in a nutshell: lifetime access to the Harper System Running Mechanics Mastery Program, the 4 live training via Zoom, the 30-day speed accelerator program, the injury prevention essentials video drill pack, 24/7 email support, the free bonus of the elite foot hurdle mastery video pack, and then the nutrition guide for a total value of that package of $3,797. Sound like we're on Price is Right, right? But let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions here, okay? Now, if all this did was fix your kids' running form and made them a little faster, would it be worth the $3,797? Now, obviously, I'm not going to charge you $3,797. All right. But if I did charge you $3,797 and all it did was fix your kids' running form and made them a little faster, do you think it'd be worth it? And you can answer here in the chat here. Yes. Yes or yes. Yes or yes. And I know, again, you guys are on a delay, so if I'm quiet and it sounds awkward, it's because I'm just waiting for you to answer yes or yes. All right, yes, 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 yes. All right, cool. We're just waiting a little bit. Okay. All right, good. And if all this did was teach your athlete how to fit a short but effective workout in 3 to 4 times a week to gain a competitive edge over the competition, would it be worth that $3,797? Okay. Yes or yes? Yes or yes? Yes, yes? All right. And again, I know you guys are on delay. And you can type in the chat. So again, if I'm quiet, it's because I got a little bit of a delay here and wait for you guys to get in. All right. Okay, cool. Now, if all this did was teach your athlete how to run properly without having to worry about a prior injury or a condition getting in the way, would it be worth that $3,797? Yes or yes? Now get it with the yeses. Yes or yes? Yes, 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 yes. So listen, I had 2 choices. I could price this high versus pricing it low. Now, I opted to price it a little higher so I can deliver a little bit more value. But listen, I'm not going to charge you that $3,797. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to charge you $3,797. In fact, let me ask you, how much would you pay? What would the end result be worth to you? And how much would you pay for that? How much would you pay? You let me know in the chat. How much would you actually pay for something like this? Now, we're not talking about $3,797 here. I'm asking you, what would you pay for something like this to get that transformation, to get your youth athlete from where they are now to running properly, to running faster and dominating their sport? What would you pay? What would that be worth to you? What would you pay for that? And that's not a trick question. I'm not going to say, oh, you said 2,000. I'll pay 2,000. No, it's $2,000 now. No, I'm not going to do that. No. So it's not a trick question. So don't be scared to answer that one. Right? Okay. All right. Okay, good. So full price, the full value of that package, $3,797. Now I could charge $1,997 on my website. And that would be fair, right? So some of you said 2,000, some of you said 800, 400, 500, good. But listen, I'm not going to charge you $1,997 either, all right? Because you're an action taker, and I know you're an action taker because you're here right now, right? Because you're an action taker, I'm going to give you a very, very special offer. Are you guys ready to know what the price of this is going to be? Are you guys ready to see what it's actually going to cost? What, not even cost, what the investment in your child's future is going to be. I think you'll be very surprised. So the full package, price of that package was $3,797. That was the full value of the package. I'm going to give you that entire package for only $397. Now, decision time. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this link here in this chat box so that you can go ahead and get registered. Why? Because it's only a limited time that I'm going to offer this at this price. All right. Okay. Let me get this in here for you guys. And let me see. Let's see. Oh, it's right here. Let me get that. Let me get this right here. Okay, hold on. Thing's coming up. Let me put that in the chat. All right, so that's in there in the chat. Okay, that link. So if you're an action taker right now, ready to just slap that on the card, click on that link that I just put in the chat there so you can get registered right now, because like I said, this price is a limited time offer and you want to get registered as soon as possible, okay? All right, cool. So listen, if you were to hire me to do all of this individually for 30 days, it would cost you about $2,000, about $1,997. For you to hire me one-to-one to do this for about 30 days, it will cost you $2,000, all right? And that's a real number. Like I'm literally, like, it'll be one of those, it'll be like, Derek, I need you to hire you for the next 30 days to train my youth athlete one-to-one, do all the things that you're doing in that package for them one-to-one individual help. I would say, okay, that'll be $1,997. How do you want to pay? Cash, Visa, Master, or American Express? That's exactly how I say it, right? Roll off my tongue, just as easy as that. So here's the thing, you got two choices. Choice number one, you can do nothing and your athlete's gonna stay where they are. Or you can do choice number two, where you can just test it out, all right? So what do you mean by test it out, Derek? I'm gonna tell you. Test it out means I'm gonna give you my guarantee. So I'm giving you a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you show up to all the sessions and you do all the recommended training, okay, and you feel like it wasn't worth what you paid for it, I want to give you 100% refund, no questions asked, okay? And then you can keep all those extra things, like the nutrition guide and the video packs and stuff like that, all right? So the real question is, are you going to take action? Are you going to take action tonight? Are you going to invest in your future? Because here's the thing. It's going to cost you more to not invest in your youth athlete's future than it will be to invest this $397 in them right now to get them started and pave the way for them to achieve greatness in the future. So the real question is, are you going to let $397 get in the way of your youth athlete's future? Right? Again, think about college. You spend $397 now, they get a college scholarship, you off the hook for $400,000 later. Or you can do nothing, they don't get a scholarship, and then you got to pay $400,000 later. So what do you want to pay? Do you want to pay $400 or $400,000 or 400,000 bucks, right? That's the real question. So let's look at the package again. You get lifetime access to the Harper System Running Mechanics Mastery Program. You get a 30-day Speed Accelerator Program. You get 4 live trainings via Zoom with me, Speed Coach Extraordinaire. All right, you get the Injury Prevention Essentials Video Drill Pack. It's $150 value. You get 24/7 email support, $250 value. You get that free bonus of that Elite Foot Hurdle Mastery Video Drill Pack. And then you get a free bonus of the nutrition guide, $150 value, for that total value of that package of $3,797. Like you're on a game show. But you're only going to pay $397, a little over 10% of that, right? $397. That's an amazing package for $397, right? So I urge you to hurry. Because if you make the choice right now to join tonight, I'm actually going to upgrade your package to the VIP package. And so what's the VIP package? That means you're going to get everything that's in that system, plus you're going to get access to my training app where you're going to get unlimited running evaluations, and you're going to get access directly to me via text on my training app. for that next 30 days, okay? For your entire enrollment period, you're gonna get access to me on my training app, all right? Unlimited running evaluations and access directly to me. So again, click the link in the chat. Go ahead and get registered, because when you do that tonight, right? On tonight only though, it's only tonight. If you do it tomorrow, you're not gonna get that, all right? Do it tomorrow, we're not gonna do it. Only tonight. If you click the thing and you do it tonight, all right, before midnight, you're gonna get that upgrade to VIP. You're gonna get access to training app. And here's the thing: when I give you training on that training app, you can send me a video. I'm gonna be able to look at that video, give you a breakdown of what's going on via another video where I'm actually gonna be able to. You're actually gonna see me, my face in the corner, your video with my face in the corner, and I'm gonna be talking to you, and I'm gonna be illustrating stuff on the screen, trying to tell you what to do. You know, if you ever watch football, you see the yellow writing on the screen. I can do that on that app, and so it's a very valuable tool. It's nothing more valuable than being able to get direct instruction from the coach and get that extra help there. All right. So, but it's only tonight. If you do it tonight, you're gonna get unlimited running evaluations and access directly to me via text for the next 30 days during your entire enrollment period. But it's only tonight. If you do it tomorrow, it's not going to be available. Only those people who take action right now tonight. So click the link in the chat and get ready. All right. So again, I urge you to get started today for only $397. This package, all right, is only available until Saturday at 11:59 p.m. Now, like I said, this package with that last Action Taker VIP upgrade is only available tonight. All right. You can only get that Action Taker VIP upgrade tonight. If you wait till tomorrow, you're only going to get everything else. You're going to get everything else. You just won't get that VIP upgrade. All right. And it's only available, this whole package is only available till Saturday at 11:59 p.m. All right. So if you're an Action Taker, you're ready to slap that on a card, go ahead and click the link in the bio. I'm on social media all the time. Go ahead and click the link in the chat that's there, and then go ahead and get in. All right. Now I'm going to open the floor up to you guys. What questions do you have for me? And if you don't have any questions, that's fine. But what questions do you have for me? Just slap them questions in the chat, and I will go ahead and answer any questions that you have about this program. Okay. Any questions that you have, go ahead and put it in the chat. And again, you guys are on a delay, so I'm waiting a couple of minutes. So if I'm quiet for a few minutes, it's because I'm waiting on your responses here. Okay, I don't see any questions. That's a good thing. If there's no questions, it seems like I answered all your questions properly there. All right. So again, click that link in the chat to get started today. This is only available until Saturday at 11:59 p.m. If you want to get that Action Taker VIP upgrade, which is a $250 upgrade if you do it outside of this, okay? But you're gonna get another $250 value added on to what you already got right here, okay? If you do it right now, $397, you're gonna be able to actually, once you do it and you click in and you hit submit, once the payment goes through, you will get immediate access to this. So you can actually start working tonight if you wanted to, right? So you'll get immediate access to it and you'll be all good to go. You're gonna email password. You put your email in, you're gonna create an own password. You're gonna get access to this whole system right there. And then we can get started. You can get started as soon as the next couple of minutes here, okay? As soon as your payment goes through, you get access, all right? So if there is no more questions for me, man, I thank you for your time. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for showing up for you, actually. Thank you for showing up for you. Thank you for showing up for your youth athlete. Again, the link is in the chat. Go ahead and get started right now. If you wait until Saturday, you wait until tomorrow, you're not going to get that Action Taker VIP upgrade. But you'll be all ready to go with everything else. All right. So with that being said, like I always say, remember that everything that you do today affects your future. So remember tomorrow. All right. I'm Coach Harper, and I will talk to you guys another time. You guys have a great night.